What's up YouTube, it's Midwest Hypebeast and welcome to how to buy an official Supreme and sneaker bot. So real quick, what I'm going to be going over are three ways that you can buy them. One being just buying it off of the website, obviously, which is the simplest way, but I understand that not all websites actually have them in stock. So two, I'm going to give you a reputable source where you can buy them from, and number three on group buys and Discord services. So let's get into it. The North Face leather parkas, basically just week 9 of the North Face Supreme drop and see how well it works. Well, I actually had a huge screw up. I woke up super late, so I couldn't use Kixmoji, my sneakers bot, on the Air Max 97 off-white drop, and I woke up probably 20 minutes prior to this drop, so it was probably like 9:40, and I was just in a rush, so I didn't have time to set up my video. I didn't have time to set up my Paz bot. I didn't have time to set up my Force Cop bot. I didn't have time to set up anything except Trip, and it turns out that Trip actually had troubles picking up the bags. I think the only bot that actually did well was I think it was Cyber, because the reason why I found this out from 300's video. He said that Supreme did something with the keywords right when it dropped. So basically, the keywords are what you type in your bot to find what it needs to be looking for. And for some reason, I don't know how they did this, but Supreme screwed that up. So when you put that in your bot, uh, the bot didn't know what to look up, so it was just sitting there trying to find a product that wasn't there. Later on, though, if I like use the same keywords as I did when it first started, like if I did it now, it would still be searching for a product. I'm not really sure how they did this. Maybe this is their new way to do bot detection and how to solve this. I'm not quite sure, but I also found out that manual users didn't do very well either. I've been talking to a bunch of people in my Discord groups, and they said that stuff sold out instantly, especially the bags. So the next drop, I'm going to be doing another live cop. Hopefully, I'll wake up earlier so I can actually do a video, and then we'll see how that plays out. Okay, let's get into the actual video itself. How to buy an official Supreme or sneaker bot that isn't cracked, that you're not going to get scammed. And now there are a few things I'm going to go over. The first step being this is going to be the first way to buy one. Obviously, just buying from their website. Places like I went up and picked three here. So we have Force Cop. You can just download it now, buy it, and this is a secure website. And it took my money, I bought it, and there was no issues. That's probably the easiest way. I understand that all of these bots aren't actually, they're not the best bots you can buy. They're pretty mediocre. I actually haven't tried AIO bot recently, but when I used it way back in the day, it was pretty mediocre. So all AIO bot is available. Cop God's still available. Oh, that scared me. Cop God's still available. I've heard some decent things. Force Cop's kind of not doing good this season. I heard Cop God's been somewhat good. Take that with a grain of salt. AIO bot, I haven't really heard anything else. But yeah, you can get all of these bots, and it's just the most simplest way. You can put in your credit card information just like if you're buying something off of a website. I strongly recommend that if you do find another website that sells bots, make sure they're legit. Just check through, maybe check the reviews, make sure their site is secure. Um, Look up some reviews on YouTube. I'm going to be trying to do as many reviews of bots as I can just to help people understand which one is going to be the best for them. But like AIO obviously is a reputable bot, huge reputable bot that people use, so I wasn't worried. Same with Force Cop, Cop God. If you see something shady, turns out it probably is shady, but these are three that you can just go on the website and buy. For our second option, and this is the option that I actually use to cop all of my bots, well, most of them. What you're gonna want to do is go to Twitter, okay, and you're gonna find, let's see, go to search Twitter and look up at bot broker, and this will pop up at bot broker. Now this is the legit one right here that's got 24,000 followers. So this is the Twitter site. What they do is they post bots every day, 10 of them I think, or 10 to 15. So you actually have a real sellers list, and they don't actually sell the bot, but they basically get you connected to somebody who has the bot. So what they'll do is they'll open up a sellers form, and people that want to sell their bots like Astro, Project Destroyer, Trip.io, only those type. They don't sell Force Cop. They only have a select list of bots that they do actually are allowed to sell. So like I said, Trip, Project Destroyer, Dashy, Cyber, AIO, AMB, trying to think of something else. So bots like that. That's what they do. So like I said, what they do is they'll open up a seller's form and you fill it out if you want to sell your bot, and they have to be, they can't be cracked, which is a huge thing we'll get into later, and they have to be like available for somebody to download, obviously. And you can sell it with or without Discord, which we'll get into later again. So for example, what's actually going on right now is usually they post steals at night. So like right here, Go Sneakers for 265. All you have to do is just be the first to RT and then DM them saying I want this. And if you're the first person to get it, they'll say okay, I want you to direct message this guy. You go to that guy and then you work and you pay him basically, and then he through PayPal. And then he sends you the key, sends you the download information, all of that good stuff, and then you get the bot. It's pretty simple. Be aware that there are like a fake account, fake bot broker account. So if I just type in bot broker, you'll get like test bot broker stuff, stuff like this fake one, sneaker broker. Look up bot broker. This one is what it's gonna look like, okay? And just keep your eyes peeled. Like Dashy for 3.0 for 575, that's actually not bad. 550 Dashy's, Astrobot for 140. You'll see all these types of steals. And what you can also do, this is how I copped Trip. What you want to do is click on one of these and go to the comments. You're gonna see this guy's selling paths with Discord and renewal. This guy's selling want to sell. WTS is want to sell. WTB is want to buy. So this guy's selling Kickmoji with Discord, selling it. This guy's selling Dashy with dashboard. This guy's selling Dashy 3.0 lifetime. That's how I basically did it. What I did was I found there was a Trip.io one being sold for like 450, so I clicked on it. I typed in the reply, want to buy Trip.io renewal, and I got like 15 people that DM'd me saying, hey, you want to buy Trip, you want to buy Trip, you want to buy Trip, and I waited for the right price, so I bought it for $200 that without Discord, which brings down the value, which like I said we'll go into later. But what you want to do is when you do that, I'm gonna message you, and then you guys just work out your price. So I negotiated with him. I said, okay, I want this for 180. He said, I'll give it to you for 240. I said, meet me in the middle. Or I did a counter offer. I said, okay, I'll give you 200 PayPal right now. He's like, okay, fine. Now you're probably wondering, well, how do you know if somebody is legit or not? So there's this thing called PayPal Invoice. Okay, so PayPal Invoice, I'm going to read it directly from this. PayPal Invoice is a billing service that gives you the ability to bill and receive payments from your clients through email. It works just like a paper invoice, and clients will be able to pay directly using credit cards and funds in their account. That's not exactly the biggest point in this. PayPal protection. When the buyer receives the invoice, they press pay with PayPal to complete the transaction. Like other PayPal transactions, those taking place over Messenger are covered by PayPal purchase protection for buyers, meaning when the invoice is issued and paid, buyers are protected. So for example, if I have a bot, which I don't really have, so let's say I want to sell Project Destroyer for 400 bucks when I don't really have it, and this guy invoice PayPal's me $400, and I say, okay, here, I'll send it over, and I don't, I just go ghost, and I just took his money, he can file a claim through PayPal and he'll get his $400 back. So that's the safest way of doing almost every single transaction, whether it be shoes, bots, clothing, streetwear, anything. Always, always, always PayPal invoice unless you really know the person. Like there's some people I know who I do business with all the time. I gift them. No, like no biggie. The thing is with gifting is that you can't get your money back unless you like charge back on your bank, which that's a huge hassle you don't want to get into. PayPal invoice is so simple and easy. The only thing is it does take out a percentage of what the purchase is, but it is definitely worth it. I think it's 3%. Definitely worth it. So that's basically how you know if somebody's legit. What you're going to want to do is say, okay, I'll give you $200 PayPal invoiced. Okay, and he's going to say, all right, so the buyer just waits, and then the seller will make out the invoice, send it to the buyer. The buyer will read it, make sure it is crystal clear, okay, and then you're going to pay it, and then life's good, pretty much. Okay, so the third way, open up your Discord. And then this is the Supreme Discord. It's a paid membership. So I pay $30 or I think it's like $27 a month, and they give out really, really good information. They give out slot forms, important information, group buys, stocks, Twitter monitors. They give out the whole shebang, like Supreme, release setups. Also, they give out advice for your bot. They literally do everything. It is literally the best like Discord service I've ever had. I haven't had any other ones, but this is one that I think is honestly legit. And if you want to get a hold of me and somehow get on this Discord, I can link you and I can get you to the owner who you pay, and then he'll let you in, and then use me as a referral if you want. So what there's two ways in this step that you can do. So if you're a part of a group like this, a lot of bot companies will reach out and do this thing called group buys. Now group buys is when it reaches out to a company and then they say, okay, we'll release 200 copies to your Discord group. So it's free for all. If there's like 1,000 people in Discord, the first 200 people that want to get this bot can. So, like, for example, if Project Destroyer, which is a super good bot right now, said we'll give out 50 copies in a kind of a group buy to your Discord group. So, always keep in mind that if you are a part of a Discord group, which I heavily recommend you do find one, um, you always need to look out for those group buys. And also, the second way inside this first Discord group you can do is you look up Twitter monitors. Now, I know not all Discord groups do this, but really good ones will have monitors. So they'll monitor stuff like when restocks are coming, and they'll also do bot restocks. So sometimes bot companies like Project Destroyer, Dashy Cyber, they'll do these restocks. Now they're kind of hard to get to. Like if you see a restock, it's most likely a bot basically getting another bot, which is kind of hard to wrap your mind around. But sometimes you can get lucky and catch a restock, and the Twitter monitors will show you that. So that's pretty much it. Let's just go ahead and recap. The first way to get a bot that's legit um, is to just go on their website and just buy it. And obviously, I know that most good bots, they're sold out. So that leads me into my second option. Go to Twitter, follow Bot Broker, and then make sure to have a legit transaction with the owner of the bot. Make sure it's invoiced. And there's a few questions that you should also be asking too. Is the bot cracked? Now, by cracking a bot, it basically means that you're getting like a bootleg version, like you're jailbreaking a bot, and you're basically getting it without paying. And it usually means that you don't get all the features. It's just something I'd stay away from. It's for example, would you rather buy a jailbreaked iPhone or a brand new one? Obviously, you'd want to buy the brand new one because who knows what happened to the jailbreaked one. So you don't want to buy a cracked bot. That's something you should always ask the buyer or the seller, excuse me. Is the bot cracked? Also, if it's renewal or lifetime. If a bot's super expensive, you're like, dude, that's like really expensive. It's probably because it's a lifetime version. That means you never have to pay a renewal service. Most bots do. Most bots have some sort of lifetime, like for example, Trip.io lifetime will go for around 600. I got mine renewal for around 200, so it's a huge price difference. Make sure to ask them if it's renewal. Also, some questions like how often do I have to renew it? How much is it to renew? Yada yada yada, stuff like that. Also, if a seller does not want to do PayPal invoice, it's most likely 99.999% a scam. If somebody doesn't want to invoice, then they're completely scamming you. That means, hey, I know you want to be protected, but I just want to sell it to you anyways. That means they're just going to take your money, give you something that you don't want. That's something that you don't want to do. And people like to make a huge whoop about this. If the invoice fee 3% is such a huge deal, I'm sure that you can just add in the 3%. So I mean, I don't know the 3% of 200, but if I want to PayPal invoice 200, I'll just give him 205 just for his troubles, so that way he ends up getting his 200 plus a little bit extra. See, it's just as simple as that. And then lastly, the third way, make sure to join a cook group or a Discord group for your sneakers, Supreme, streetwear, all that stuff. And sometimes they will have group buys, which is how I was able to cop Paz AIO, which isn't doing so well right now, but the developers are actually working on it. That's just an example of what a group buy would be. So I was in the Supreme Discord, and they opened up a Paz group buy for everybody, and I managed to get a copy for retail. So that's always cool. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to follow Midwest Hypebeast on Instagram for updates, giveaways, Supreme updates, sneaker updates, and also I just give out really good information. You definitely don't want to miss that out. In the next video, we're going to be going over the live cop for week 10, which actually hasn't been announced yet. It's Monday right now. I'm assuming that they'll do a kind of a drop tomorrow. They'll show it on Supreme. And I guess we'll see what it is. I don't know what it is. The rumors, I actually haven't heard of anything going for week 10, so it could be a slow week. Who knows? But I'll be ready to cook regardless. Hope to see you guys in the next video.